We're live.
All right, fans, Shane Shadows here. Welcome to Classic Indies, and we're just hitting it. We're going to Guam. It's 1991. We don't even know what match is about to hit the ring. We've just turned it on. Is this a wild one? Is this a wild card? It's time for a wild card. Welcome to Season 3. We're 3 weeks in. We've done some different stuff the first 2 weeks.
And it is Wild Card Wednesday. It'll come out on Wednesday.
This is Wild Card Wednesday. Officially, we've been calling it that because it sounds good, but it would come out on Thursdays. But no, this will be coming to you on a Wednesday. I think he's running down the card. We just saw there was a match here on earlier, but I don't know if it was the same night. These Guam tours were week and 2 weeks at a time. Sometimes they would run the same buildings. Oh my. The old 5 minutes in the ring. Another old favorite. Another old-time favorite. We've had such a good time. Season 3 is in full force and underway here for you. So we are on our way to 1,000 subscribers here at the Independent Rewind. Not only due to my show here, Shane Shadows Presents Classic Indies, but the Independent Rewind, the mothership, if you will. With Frosty Rob and Steven Sarks, we got other programming coming up for you soon. Some of it wrestling related, some of it not wrestling related. Just for the fun of it. Just for a good time. And if you're tuning in, you want to have a good time. You want to watch some old wrestling. You want to watch some new wrestling. You want to watch some good wrestling. You want to watch some bad wrestling. Thank you for being here. Once again, we're looking at the University of Guam Arena here. The ring announcer is running down the whole card. Kirikoff. There he is, ladies and gentlemen.
I've never heard anybody call him that on the microphone.
Tricky Dick?
Yeah.
This is how they always used to start their shows. They always started their shows like this. They'd introduce Tricky and he'd stand up and wave. On his way into the ring here, opening contest, I'm guessing, on this evening. I believe that it's the Golden Phoenix. I think it looked like the Golden Phoenix, Mark Freer. He was a Baltimore-based guy. But I think on this tour they may have dubbed him He-Man. Because there was a guy who wrestled under the name of He-Man he was an absolute monster. Oh, who's that? Oh, the Latin heartthrob, Al Perez. Okay. Down there's, okay, but he's not in this match. Latin heartthrob, Al Perez. The Cheetah Kid. Cheetah Kid. On his way. A very popular athletic and superstar of the independent circuits who got a late break in his career and made a national name for himself. You have any idea who I'm talking about?
Not off the top of my head. I'm sure I've seen who it is on the head.
No, you won't. Not by looking at him.
Really?
No. You won't. By looking at him, you won't be able to. You won't be able to spot it.
I don't know. He's bounced around an awful lot.
Tremendous athlete.
Okay, you're right. I give up. Who is it?
Flyboy Rocco Rock. Public Enemy.
Oh.
Ted Petty. Super guy. Nice man. Public Enemy, of course, became big in the earliest incarnation of ECW, which led them to WCW and WWF, and then ultimately back to ECW.
Great shape here.
Yeah, tremendous. Was competition bodybuilder at that point. You never would have known that from the
stuff you saw was mainly straight for him.
Yeah. Dave the Wave's your referee. Al Perez, of course, former world-class heavyweight champion, and of course he's made previous appearances on this program as well. A frequent appearances on the NWL Tricky Dick Kirchhoff Guam Tours and Independent Events.
I know they're inside. How hot do you think it matters?
Yeah, it's probably pretty significant. Al Perez grabbed the initial advantage here right away with a armbar. What do we got to promote coming up? Anything special coming up here? I mean, we previously used to talk. If you guys, independent promoters, want to reach the people in their immediate area who might be watching wrestling, I mean, we're on our way to 1,000 subscribers. It might be worth your while to advertise with us here at the Independent Rewind. As the Cheetah Kid hits a schoolboy quickly on Perez, and Perez rolls out of the ring. I think the crowd support in the early going here seems to be swaying towards Cheetah. Perez was one of those guys who had everything. He had the natural look. He had a good body. He was a good athlete. I think that probably the main drawback for Perez ended up being he was not particularly, he wasn't a great talker, wasn't particularly charismatic on a microphone. So I think he kind of floundered once he left Texas. I mean, when he first came to the NWA in '88 after his big world-class run, I mean, he had Gary Hart. And Gary Hart was a world-class manager, one of the all-time best. I mean, a guy who could really personified an evil management type. And a big, wow. Rolling reverse there. Somewhat rolling reverse.
Well, the unfortunate part of a lot of this is you have the guys that protect their sound, and they weren't very showy.
Yes.
And you needed that for television.
Yeah, a lot of guys were just, I mean, they were wrestlers and they were good wrestlers, but they were not natural. But you could probably put Al Perez on, you could watch Al Perez's interviews from 30 couple years ago now and probably think that he's better than most of the guys who are on TV now, because he was trying to speak for himself or from the heart or whatever, so pardon the pun. But now today they give these guys specific lines to memorize, and they don't come across as real. Right. Working that arm, look at that. Nice takeover by Perez on the armbar.
That part drives me nuts too.
Hate it. Hate it. If they're not good, they're not good. Yeah. I think it's why, I mean, a lot of the momentum in reality has shifted in wrestling to where WWF or WWE in the last year or two has just become almost, in a lot of ways, unwatchable. And the AEW, even though the style isn't necessarily anything I'm always wild about, and sometimes the formatting seems like, at least, they're the ones with the buzz now. That's what people are talking about.
Ready to see a shift.
Yeah,
it might not be a total shift, but maybe a WCW shift from like the late 90s and the 2000s. You're getting ready to see a shift.
Perez using top rope for leverage here, unawares to Dave the Wave, but everyone in the building sees it and is trying to let Dave know. Sometimes the guy, as I have said multiple times, the guy who is closest to the action has the hardest time getting the best view. I was always partial to sitting in the cheap seats. Mm-hmm. I was always, in any arena that I went to, I was always partial to sitting up in the top of the bleachers or up in the upper part. Oh, good show. He cracked him with that one. Good God, Perez is, whoo.
Well, unless you were sitting front row on the floor, you were just basically like 10 rows back over the back people's heads.
Yeah, I wanted to see the match.
Anyway.
I wanted to see the matches. I wanted to see everything that was going on. Oh, he lured him in on that one, took advantage of it with a shot to the gut, and a wicked right hand from Perez. And again here in the corner, snap Cheetah's neck. I think we're getting ready to go across the ring. Irish whip. What a big reversal. Oh, he hung on. Nicely done by Cheetah Kid. He's putting everything on it. Unique offensive move there. Snapping that arm instead of sending him into the buckle. He snapped that. Probably snapped it at the shoulder, which does not tickle. Yeah, absolutely. And Perez reaches the ropes, and now Dave the Wave is forcing a break. Oh, no, maybe he's not forcing a break. Kicked his foot. maybe he felt like he was reaching for it. And sometimes, I mean, that's a referee's discretionary call. If you feel like they're reaching for the rope, it's different than being in the ropes or tangled in the ropes. Cheetah keeping that arm advantage as he starts to slowly work Perez back towards the center of the ring. You never know what might be coming at you here on the weekly basis here at the Independent Rewind. Not only with my program here, Shane Shadows Presents, but with the Independent Rewind program itself, the mothership, if you will, with Frosty Rob and Steven Sarks. You never know what they might be, who they might be watching and who they might be talking about and what kind of fun they might be having.
We don't even know.
Then they don't even know. And a big block. Cheetah going for it. Watch him duck the head, flip it over. Look at that. Drop kick. Oh, it was just from a standing position, and he got it, hit him right in the chin. Perez is definitely puzzled by the unique offensive approach of the Cheetah Kid here. He wants him to come back. He tends to think that Perez is leaving, but I don't believe Perez is leaving. I think that this is just a stalling move. It's very seldom that you ever see a guy just get up and walk out of the match. I've seen in championship matches from that happen because there was no reason for the champion to come back if he was definitely feeling like it wasn't going to work out for him. But in a situation like this, international tour, Cheetah made a mistake, charged in, Perez is waiting for him. Always beware of the guy with his back to the wall. And in this case, the corner, the turnbuckle corner is the back to the wall. Mm-hmm. And Perez is going to put it on him here a little bit. Forgive some of the video quality, as you know, as we have said so many times over these 2+ seasons. These videotapes are 30+ years old, transferred over to DVDs. We're lucky to honestly have these matches because these are probably the singular copies of these tapes. That's all that's left. And Neil Superior's mother, Pat, who is such a dear friend of mine, boom, big punt to the stomach. Pat gave me the opportunity to record all these, and there's one more box of things that there's something that I've been looking for, and several different times, and I've recorded most of everything that I could get to play on my VCR. Mm-hmm. There's some stuff that's still there that has sound, but I can't get it to work. I'm thinking maybe if I can somehow find another DVD VCR recorder. Look at the big offensive move. Nice body block by Cheetah. 2 count only. This match is rocking. Big arm drag. To me, this is a fresh type of matchup here. I've been saying season 3 is going to bring some different things and some different surprises. We've seen so many things over these first 2 seasons. What have we done? Like 35 or 40, somewhere in that range of episodes. But she was, and so we've had such an outstanding opportunity. Nice cross body. Oh, but he rolled him out of the ring to the floor. We've had such a wide variety. We've seen some of the similar faces and so forth. And with action that's mainly come out of the early 90s, but we have messed that around a little bit. I think we're going to do more of that in season 3. Oh, big slam on the floor coming. I think if you can see in the corner of your screen, Perez with a strength advantage. Oh, right around there to the spotlight. Right in front of the camera, in front of the spotlight. This, of course, being a stationary camera from the top of the arena at the University of Guam in 1991. And I want to say it's the summer, or maybe even the fall of 1991. They did do several tours here in pretty short succession. Big boot. But these tapes have, in some cases, survived flooding. They survived, age and dust. And in all honesty, just the storage wasn't good. No fires. But there are certain things that I knew that when Neil was alive, there were certain tapes that he showed me and things that I had seen that, nicely, to the breadbasket, coming in, sunset flip for Cheetah, is this it too? No. Perez out. Using his strength and size advantage there to grab a rear chin lock and just knee him in the kidneys and just wrench on him a little bit. Outstanding matchup here this week on Classic Indies. But to continue our story about the tapes, there were certain things that Neil had showed me that I had never come across in my multiple reviews of the boxes. But there was a different box that I'm still in hopes that largely had commercial tapes in it. It largely just had like, and those were not, that's not really what I was looking for. As much fun as they are to watch, that was not the stuff I was looking for as far as preservation. This was the stuff I was looking for. But there were a couple events that I was seeing that those tapes I never came across, and I'm desperately trying to find them. And I'm hoping Pat will once again let me get through those. And I know that Tricky Dick had no tapes. Tricky Dick, of course, passed away. Perez using the top rope for leverage, trying to choke out Cheetah. Tricky Dick had no tapes. Pat had them all. And best of my knowledge, Tricky Dick's second wife provided me with whatever remained of his wrestling collection, and I got some very unique items here several months ago, some T-shirts and some different things that I was given. Oh, caught him downstairs, coming up off that tackle. I don't know if that was Perez's original intent, but he spiked his head, used his head as he was coming up slowly. Good opening match here. Really good opening match. Perez back to the top rope for an advantage on the leverage. Wrenching and twisting up on Cheetah's arm. Trying to tear that shoulder out.
He's been cheating here a lot. What's he going to call it?
Invariably, the crowd's reactions usually give it away. At one point or another, the ref reacts more quickly. Oh, look at the strength on Cheetah. Look at the strength on Cheetah.
Right.
What a move that they would now call the electric chair. Wasn't called that back then. It was very uncommon to see that in that era. Now these two are fighting on their knees here. Perez has maintained the advantage. Back to his feet, bringing it up. Big boot. Probably right up underneath the chin of Perez. Oh, nice elbow. I would say that this match in the standing position has tended to be the advantage of Cheetah. I think when this match is on the mat, it tends to be the advantage of Perez. But Perez continues to bring Cheetah up to his feet, which is, in my mind, a psychological flaw in his game plan. A big reversal. Coming in. Oh, he missed it. Hit the corner. One. Oh, was that three? No, he kicked out. Cheetah's going to go for it one more time. A double axe handle sledge.
I was going to ask the question, where have we seen that before?
Yes. Where have we seen that before? Cheetah going again. Another double sledge. Perez in real trouble. They're giving him the high sign. Cheetah's giving them the sign. He thinks that it's time. He thinks he's about to take this one, and an upset it would be. A big cross. Oh, 1, 2. Oh, he went for a cross body block right into a power slam. That quickly it ends, ladies and gentlemen. And Al Perez.
He's out there.
Al Perez.
I'm going to say he stole one.
I would say that's an accurate statement. Perez just had that little bit of leverage to turn that cross body into a power slam to get a quick 3 count on the Cheetah. And I guess that's where we're going to stop here for this week. Cheetah, of course, trying to rake in the crowd, the crowd positivity towards him, but unfortunately he came up on the short end of the stick this week against Al Perez. Stay tuned, fans. Season 3 is in full swing here as Shane Shatters presents Classic Indies. Stay tuned next week. We got something else special for you. We'll see you then.